the transcript to start because I've got to stop the transcript. Right, so we're ready to go. I'll put the chats back on. Right, so guys, this is my set of slides. You can see the kind of stuff. Now, it definitely is the evolution after the concept document. So in terms of your introduction, so the instruction from an IIE material perspective is this. So introduction, academic problem setting, gives people an idea of your topic and a short description and purpose, and then a roadmap for the rest of your literature review. So no dramas there. There are a couple of things that we want to start getting right at this point in time. So the first thing is, I think we need to move closer to perfection now so that we don't have to worry about trying to get things perfect when we do the literature review. So for me, when you do your introduction, there are a couple of requirements. The first thing is you need to grab someone's attention. So for me, what an introduction does, it starts with something that is profound, something that can act as a hook, something that will make people think, something that will shock people, because that's how you grab their attention. So whether it's a quote from a famous person, whether it's a quote that you find on the internet, whether it is a newspaper headline, it doesn't matter. Whether it is a personal experience, it doesn't matter. But it has to be sharp, it has to be powerful, and it has to attract my attention. I read a lovely article when I did my last bit of study that said that on average, publications that end up in journals have their introductions rewritten 10 times. And that's the power of a really good introduction. So if we look at some of the ones that I've seen and will keep using into the future, I want to use this one in particular. So you'll see what this student did in terms of an introduction. And you guys have seen for the qualitative people, Ariel's research report, and just another reminder that this was 90%. This is how she introduced it. So her attention grabbing bit is that bit from a newspaper article. After 11 years, Empty and Momo comes back from the grave. In the middle, will it be sweeter the second time around? For me, it has to stand out very much similar to that. So your introduction has to grab attention. If I were to write an introduction, and I do this spiel all the time on COVID, I would have something along the lines of, the moment I found out that COVID was going to happen, I opened Facebook and I put an REM song onto Facebook, and the song was "It's the End of the World as We Know It." So for me, I would share that as a personal experience. So find something that is powerful, find something that will stand out at the top, similar to that. Questions about that? Now, this will take a bit of time, and I know it's a bit of a pain in the butt to ask you to do this, but this is how you grab the moderator's attention. And remember, guys, I don't mark your final document. We share the marking between other lecturers. So for me, that is absolutely essential. Any questions on that? I don't want us to do this later. I want us to do this earlier. Everyone okay with that in terms of their topic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice,
Yes, sir.
nice, guys. So powerful, sharp, attention grabbing. Important once you've done that, guys, a transition sentence, because what you don't want to do is let that attention grabbing bit at the top stand out on its own. You want it to stand out, but you must also transition from that into your own discussion. So that transition sentence, that even if you make a false claim there, COVID will kill billions, and you can say, yes, that was exaggerated. However, if we look at what has happened with the economy, what has happened in terms of people losing jobs, etc., it has affected billions of people. So just remember that transition sentence. That transition sentence is absolutely important for me. I'm going to show you Bradley's as well, though. So this is quantitative research. Now, he didn't let his stand out at the top. I would have changed that. Oh, no, he has. Sorry. So his research is on whether the future of vehicles should be electric or hydrogen. That is his headline. Now, the Earth has a deadline. It's a powerful statement, guys. I also quite like the time that he put there, and it'll make sense. He then transitions into this in terms of the metronome clock that predicts the end of the world on around climate change and nuclear, etc. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderfully powerful way of grabbing attention. And then the transition sentence. Get that right. Powerful opening statement and a transition sentence into your discussion. In your discussion, guys, so when we look at the guideline here, flipping hell, I've got so many documents open. So here, it gives us a sense of the purpose of your review as well as your topic. So the way I describe that to students is give us examples of stats and numbers and existing events, things that have happened. Give us a sense of the kind of realities within the context of the broader topic. So he then went on describing the clock, and then he carries on from there. And then you can see here, he talks about the impact of climate change, bringing it into his own reality. And let me open hers quickly. What Ariel did, she goes from that, and she highlights the word background, and she goes and she talks about technology and how many people have access to cell phones, and how in 2010 this was launched and it was a failure, and then transitions from there into discussing what this research is about. Please give me a roadmap. The roadmap is simply in this document. I will be doing the following. I will be providing you with a theoretical framework, or discuss the paradigm, providing you with a theoretical framework. I will also then do a review of literature and provide key concepts that need to be understood in order to effectively read this document. That roadmap is essential. So 3 components in terms of that, guys. And I'm quite happy. This is the outline. You need to just grab attention. Transition sentence, maybe 4. Guys, are you happy for me to do it this way? You will delete this, okay? So this is your pro forma document. Transition sentence, your stats and numbers depicting reality, and then reality, and then from there, guys, please give me an idea of introduce topic, and from there, your roadmap. The roadmap tells me what you're going to do, what journey you're going to take me on in this document. Everyone okay with that, guys?
Yes, sir.
So no complications, please also remember to default, if you're doing qualitative, look at Ariel's. It is so good. Look at Brad's. It is so good in terms of giving you guidelines. I will leave this in. I share this with my online students as well. From there, you will do your research paradigm. Okay, so you can see that I've tried and mirror the document from here. So talk about your selected paradigm. I think all of you are interpretivism, except there's one positivist. And then guys, please default to these slides in discussing your paradigm. When you discuss your paradigm, give me, and oh gosh, do you want me? I can be this prescriptive. Let me do it. Okay, so when you discuss your paradigm, give me the theory about your paradigm, just the theory, okay? Theory about ontology, okay, guys, and remember, and this is not perfectly shown here, but then link to your research. Tell me why it is relevant. Each of those elements within the context of your research. And you might look at your feedback in your document on that, okay? So that is the paradigm. I'm not going to go through the paradigm. There's enough information for you to do it. The literature review I want in a particular way. So there are a couple of rules when what I expect from you. I don't ever want to see heading upon heading upon heading. I want to see transition sentences from there to your research paradigm. I want to see transition sentences from there into your literature review. And a transition sentence is, next I'll be discussing the literature review. Then you'll see your heading, literature review. In this literature review, I will provide you with a theoretical framework that will act as the blueprint for my research. I will then do a review of existing scholarship and finally provide you with key concepts as part of the conceptualization. So there is that transition, but I do not want to see headings on headings. Does that make sense, guys? Now, remember, I'm building towards perfection here. Now, we might still get feedback and it might not be perfect the first time around, but we are building towards perfection. Everyone okay with that? Oh, flippin' hell, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, guys. And then your theoretical framework. Tell me what a theoretical framework is. Explain to me what a theoretical framework is. And then from there, your theory. Now, have we got theories for all you at this stage? I think our theoretical frameworks have been sorted. Remember, you'll look at your concept document for this. Everyone has it's either one or two theories. Everyone,
Yes,
okay. When you discuss that, guys, okay, good. When we discuss those, guys, I want them discussed in this format. So you will give me your theory as it was originally created or postulated. So go and find those original sources of your theory. So you give that. Now, you will never write A, B, and C. It's just for me, I think in a procedurized fashion, okay? My brain is quite jumbled, so I have to procedurize. You'll give me your theory in your original format as it was initially postulated. And also make reference, guys, and go find your original authors. Don't say Jones and Smith in, or dear Lord, we won't use Maslow, but Maslow in. Okay, you go find the original source. Even if you reference the original source, I won't know that you didn't read the original source. Once you've done that part, the original part, I want you to give me updated research and views on your theory, because all theories evolve. So tell me what the updated views on the theory are. And then lastly, tell me why this is appropriate to frame your research. So why this is relevant to your research. If you have two theories, a transition sentence between the two, and then the next bit, theory in original format, updated views, why it's relevant.
So can I quickly ask a quick question?
Yeah, of course, boy.
Obviously, when you'd like us to reference the original theory, we'll reference the author of the original theory. But when we go on to discuss updated views on the theory, I assume we're allowed to reference additional.
These would be these would be different theorists, Boyo. So
Okay.
this is the original theory, and you're right to ask that. This will be new people who've written about it.
About
Okay,
the
so
theory stating
about the original theory.
different things, maybe.
Yeah,
Or
because
how
theories
it's
get
been adapted or
updated.
changed.
That's exactly it, Boyo.
Okay,
So if
thank
you
you.
do TAM, you'll see TAM evolves significantly. I don't know if anyone is doing technology acceptance model. That's spot on, Boya. And then part C, the relevant to your research.
Thank you.
So is the key theory like for my study, resource-based view and stuff, is that the theory?
That is the theory. So
Okay.
that's those theories you put under your theories. So you'll go and do the resource-based view, the model. Yeah.
Okay.
Go find the
Thank
original theories. Okay. No problem, Kristen. No problem. Okay. My suggestion is that we stop there today because you have a lot to do. And I don't expect it to be perfect, when will you be ready for us to chat again? And remember, we've got the WhatsApp group. Is Monday unrealistic?
I think, personally, I think Monday or Tuesday's, I think, fair, I think.
Okay, let's do it Tuesday next week. Let me just check my... Oh, flipping hell, Monday is a public holiday, hey.
Can we,
Okay.
is it okay if we do Tuesday, sir?
We do Tuesday, boy. I won't meet you on a public holiday.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll set the meeting up right now. No, I'll set it up. I'll set the meeting up. But you've got a lot to do, guys. Are you happy with this approach? Because I am quite prescriptive, hey?
I
Yes.
like it. If we, obviously we're going to do our best to meet your, how you'd like it, but I assume once you look at it, you'll also be able to say, fix
Of
this,
course,
fix
boy.
that, like you did
Of
for
course
the...
we will. Yeah. No, I mean, you want to be as close as possible, but we'll do the same that we did as we did for the concept document, where my approach is that those voice notes, they work wonderfully. But I won't see this on Tuesday. We will discuss the literature review on Tuesday. Okay. And then we can start. No. Do you think you guys can get this? I don't think I'll get time to look at it before the meeting. Guys, if you can give this to me on Tuesday, I will do voice note feedback on it. Okay. But we'll meet about the literature review in particular and how to get to the themes on Tuesday. Okay. And the conceptualization.
Sir, does the all of this have to be like about 4,000 words?
So your review of literature would be the bulk of this discussion.
Okay.
Our overall
Okay.
word count is 3,000 to 4,000 words.
Yeah, so it's 4,000. So, you know,
Okay.
yeah, I can't imagine that is going to be more than what, 700 words. I can't imagine that that's going to be more than 700 words. This 700, but the bulk is there. Okay, but be very careful, guys, to start sticking to those word counts now, because we have, later you'll be penalized. I tend to not penalize for them because honestly, it's a load of nonsense. But when you are marked by someone else, you will be penalized. So we're going to be strict on it. Okay. And just show me your word count after each section, please.
Okay, so we must have that on our document, sir.
Yeah, so under each section, just tell me your word count. But remember, the bulk will go there. Okay, the chunk will go there.
Okay,
So,
and will that also be for the final?
No, yeah, no, well, we'll discuss this next week. So I would not have that more than 2,000 words.
Okay.
Okay. It gives you an idea, and then we've got 1,000 to play with for the rest. Now, this isn't significant in numbers. Okay. Guys, please tell me I'm not confusing you, because I'm panicking that I am confusing you.
No, I understand.